Number 13 asks us to determine if the triangles are similar. If possible, write a similarity statement. So for number 13a, we need to first figure out what the other two angles are. We have a 90-degree angle in both triangles. They give me 35 and 60. I need to see if B is 60 or if Z is 35 so that these can line up by angle. So I know right angles are 90 degrees, and I know all the angles of a triangle add up to be 180. So I can do 180. There we go. Oh, this is hard to see. Minus 90 minus 35. So that last angle has to be 55. If this is 55 degrees, that doesn't match 60. So these are not similar. For B, we have the same thing where we're given some angles, but not all of them. We're given 48 is the same as 48, but then 77 and 55. We don't know if that'll work out. So I can do 180 minus 77 minus 48 to find that the last angle here needs to be 55. Since this angle is 55 degrees and this angle is 55 degrees, I know that these triangles must be similar by angle-angle similarity. And my similarity statement, I can write my first triangle however I want. ABC is similar to triangle. If I started at A, I didn't mark that angle at all. I didn't mark D, so that one needs to come first. Then I went to B, which was 48. E is 48, so those need to go in the second place together. And C is 55, and F is 55. Then, looking at C, they tell us that we've got parallel lines. That's what that little arrow means. So if I've got parallel lines, I can use either side to be a transversal, but I'll go with this one here. Now, I know that these angles here are congruent. Angle W and angle V are congruent because they're alternate interior angles. If I had done this as my transversal instead, then I could say angle X and angle Z were congruent because of alternate interior angles. We also have a pair of vertical angles existing here. So really we could have found all the angles, but we have at least two and no side length, so this is angle-angle similarity. And to write the similarity statement, I can write this top triangle however I want. I'll do X, Y, W. Is similar to triangle. If I started at X, we marked that with 2 arcs. 2 arcs is Z. Y is where we went next, which matches this Y here. And then we went to W, which was my yellow arc, which matches V. And lastly, for D, it's hard to tell if there's anything except for these right angles, but if you look at this small triangle at the top, it uses angle W. So does this big triangle. They both use angle W. That's the reflexive property. So now this big triangle has a right angle and angle W, and the smaller triangle has a right angle and angle W. So these are going to be similar by angle-angle similarity as well. I can write my statement WZY is similar to triangle. If I started at W, W will be the same for the smaller triangle. I went WZY. So I went from the 2 arcs to the right angle. The right angle of the smaller one is V, and what's left is X.